One, two. You are now tuned in to 10 Minutes with maxxgilliam. I have a very special guest, special to me, special to a lot of people. King Jones Effects will be in the building. As soon as he jumps on this live, we're going to bring him up here and get started. We're going to be talking about some awesome things with his restaurant in LA, what it's like moving from New Jersey to LA, east to west. We're going to be talking about meditation, his spiritual journey. It's going to be very interesting, y'all. So make sure you tune in, share this, and like, comment, and do all of that cool stuff. And I'm looking for him now. As soon as he gets up here, we're on. Me and this guy, we came up together. I mean, from like 15, 16 years old, all the way up to now. This dude is just, you'll see. All right, so he's here. Let me see if I can add him. There we go. There we go. My man, my brother. Look at this guy.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace. Always peace. Listen, man. I'm not going to waste these people's time. I'm not going to waste their time. It's 10 minutes with maxxgilliam. Let's get right into it.
Greetings.
Brother King Jones Effects. Talk to me, man. Owner and operator of Chicken and Chips.
Yes, sir.
This is Los Angeles, right?
Los Angeles, California. Yes, sir. This is better. I love that background. That background is fire.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Killing
Appreciate it.
You can see
So,
me.
chicken and chips in LA.
I don't do that much, so can you see me? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. You're perfect, bro. You know, we're old heads. We trying to figure this thing out. But look, we're not gonna clown all day. I'm not gonna start there. So look, tell me about manifestation.
Man.
And now what I want to talk about is chicken and chips. In reference to chicken and chips, I remember a very long time ago, you told me that one of your dreams was to have a restaurant.
Yeah.
You now have a restaurant in Los Angeles, California. Come on, man. Tell me about that.
Blessing. Man, you know, man, it starts with one spark, bro. You know, it starts with one spark, and actually you were a part of that spark. You know, you were a part of that spark, the journey that it took to get there. Like, you know, a lot of people see like, you know, oh, you know, you have this restaurant, but it started back in New Jersey. It started with a thought in New Jersey, you know, and it started with living a certain kind of way and then being able to clear my energy so that the universe, God, you know, could bring this imagination to life, this thought to life. But yeah, it was really just focusing in on I remember you know, years ago when when you created Jones Effects, bro. You created that name. When I'll be going out to all these different, you know, clubs and nightlife events and, you know, just running around, you know, meeting people. And one of the things that you taught me was kind of like, you don't have to go to everything, you know, you don't have to always go out. And I took that information that you so kindly gave to me, and I kind of used it, and I just focused, bro. I really focused on this one thing, just one thing. Opening a restaurant, I stopped going out. I stopped, you know, drinking. I stopped smoking. I really like kind of focused in on just this restaurant, opening it up from start to finish, you know, and it worked. It worked.
Awesome.
You know,
Good,
putting it on my vision board, you know, writing down, journaling, like a lot of dudes, you know, like, oh, I'm not journaling, or I'm not gonna, that's for girl. Like, nah, it's not it. It's, you know, to me, journaling is like writing our own Bible, bro. Like when you journal, you're writing a Bible,
your script,
you're writing your own story, you know. And so that helped me. It kind of helped keep me on track too. But full circle, all manifestation, all aligning with the true purpose, like seeing it in your third eye before it actually happens, you
And
know.
that's manifestation. Awesome, bro.
Yeah,
So how did the lockdowns affect chicken and chips, if at all?
great
Because I know
question.
the Cali lockdowns were pretty strict.
Cali lockdowns were strict. You know, it's funny. A lot of people ask me this question. The lockdown actually helped our business.
Nice.
It's,
Nice.
it's
Nice.
like five of my friends own businesses in LA, and they all had to shut down. One of my boys, Nima, downtown, they, you know, during the protest, they actually like broke into his restaurant. He had to shut down, repair. It was bad. LA was pretty bad during the protest. A lot of people were like, "Are you gonna shut down? Are you scared? Are you gonna board up your windows?" And I was like, you know, we're protected, bro. Like it's an imaginary force field of protection over our restaurant. Like I had it blessed before we opened. So during the pandemic, during the height of COVID, LA Times printed a list of over 200 restaurants, 200 Black-owned restaurants. So it's funny because like you had this like horrible pandemic. You had like George Floyd, you had the Black Lives Matter, and then like, you know, all of a sudden all these you know
Yeah.
people all these people started supporting Black businesses out of nowhere. Like
Nice. Nice.
we're just now having businesses. I get
Right.
it. Cool with it.
Right. Right.
Uh, but so they printed this list, right? 200 restaurants. We were not busy at all. We were doing maybe like 20 orders a day during the pandemic. We got printed on the list on a Tuesday. On that Wednesday morning, the line was around the block. Okay.
Man.
I didn't realize it when the list was printed, but the list was alphabetical order of over 200 restaurants. Our restaurant begins with a C, chicken and chips. So we were on the top of that list. And so it was going so crazy. We had like, it was so many orders. I'm like, what the hell is going on? At the end of the day, we got our asses kicked. And I looked and I was like, oh, shoot, we're on the top of the list. That's why, because it
Nice.
was, you know, and so that really helped us. Shout out to LA Times for posting the chicken.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was that really helped us. The wave and the splurge of business, the surge of business happened right during the Black Lives Matter movement, during the protests, and that really kind of changed our business and got us on the map. And then from there, it was just like
And
consistent.
y'all matter now. so
Yeah,
so let me ask you this, man. Since we were children, since we
yeah,
were kids, you've been a ball of energy.
man.
When you say that I created the name Jones Effects, it was, to me, it was all about your energy. You know what I'm saying? Where do you get this energy from, and why, why choose entrepreneurship when I know, like you just said, you were swamped. I know that, I know you, so I know you're the first person in there and the last one to leave, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
So why choose that life when you could easily just sit behind a desk or, take orders and live an easier life?
That's a great question, bro. You know me. I worked like 5 jobs when I needed to.
Yeah.
I was working like, you know, everything, and you know, it's funny. I was working at this resort in Los Angeles. Actually, it was Pasadena. Beautiful resort. It was a dream job. It was like a dream job, you know, like it was a resort, 23 acres. I think I was like the only Black male manager, I think, at the time.
Mm,
Like beautiful, you know, celebrities everywhere, and it was literally like a light bulb went off or like a spark just lit. And I actually had a book. I think I still have the book. It was a book on how to start your own business, and
okay.
and so I had this book next to my bed, and I would see it every morning, and I would just start writing down things of what I wanted to do, because
Mm,
the point where I got frustrated and tired of the corporate America. Like I got tired of like, you know, their rules and like, oh, you got to do it like this, and their old school way of doing things. I was like, you know, and it just came to a point where me and my director, you know, kind of butted heads on a couple things, and they were doing like a change of like regime. Like they were hiring new managers, hiring a new know, GM or whatever, which was cool. And I was ready to fall in line, but also there were things that they were pushing the agenda, and I wasn't a puppet no more. I wasn't a yes man no more. Like
Yeah.
you know, and that's really, when you work in corporate America, you're a yes man. There's no way to get around it unless you're the CEO or you're the owner. There's no way to get around that. You know?
Wow.
And until you own your own, you know, that's really how it is. You know, you're always working for someone else. And don't get me wrong, working for someone else is cool, but I wanted something more. I wanted, you know, I rather be broke and have my own than have a bunch of money in my pocket and be a yes man.
Yeah.
And
I
that's,
love that.
yeah, and
Oh,
that's what it came down to. I just was like, you know what, I'm done. I woke up today and I went into the resort and I was like, you know what, I'm done. You know, and that started it was crazy too. Like at the time people were like, yo, you crazy for walking away from that job, you know?
right. Right.
But I did it, and it was the best thing ever. And that kind of started the journey of me, you know, finding my business partner, or the universe connecting me with my business partner, and starting, you know, that trend. At first, chicken and chips wasn't gonna be. It was gonna be a coffee restaurant at first. It was gonna be a coffee shop. We were gonna do coffee, and then and that didn't really work out, and so we decided to go chicken.
All right.
I don't even eat, really.
You know, I'm thinking about that, right? But that's cool though, because you're providing the service, man.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and you know, that was actually 10 minutes. And what I'm gonna do is, if you have time, bro, let's do part 2 right now.
For you, I have time. I have all the time in the world.
All right, my brother. Listen, I'm gonna log off this thing. I know we got people watching. If y'all want to see part 2, y'all log right back on. All I'm gonna do is turn it off so we have a short part 1 for people to watch later, and then we're gonna come back on. We're gonna do 10 minutes part 2. I'm
Okay.
bringing my brother right back.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace to everybody commenting. Rather be broke and have my own than have a bunch of money in my pocket and be a yes man. You better speak, Jones. That's right. Yeah, Shamar. What's up, bro? Parquet. All right, y'all come right back for part 2.